Free State High Court has dismissed with costs a bid by suspended ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule and 15 others to have fraud and corruption charges against them dropped. It's in connection with the 255 million rand Free State asbestos-eradication project. For more on the story, we're joined by the National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson, Mthunzi Mhaga. Mthunzi, when we look at the findings of the courts, by and large, they've dismissed the applications by all of the applicants, really. This is for the withdrawal of the asbestos corruption charges.
That is true, Kathy, including their argument that the evidence emanating from the State Capture Commission, that is the Zondo Commission, is inadmissible. And it has always been our contention and strong argument that the issues that they raised in the interlocutory application that they instituted can best be ventilated by the trial court. So it was premature of them to bring this up in a civil proceedings.
Of course, it speaks to the fact that a lot of these individuals, and if not all of them really, have complained about the pace at which getting this matter to trial has been taking place.
Well, not really. Of importance in the whole application was the quashing of the charges on procedural aspects, which we have argued that those are issues that they should raise in the trial court. We welcome the judgment, though, because now our focus is going to be on ensuring that the pre-trial conference that is scheduled for June in the next court date is concluded so that we can arrange a trial date, because the matter has been dragging on issues that we feel should be dealt with during trial.
When we look at some of the reasons why we've had these postponements, we understand that there were extradition processes that needed to be completed in as far as it relates to, in particular, the former PA for the then Premier of the Free State, Ace Magashule. Where is the NPA with that process?
Well, that has not caused any delay because that process was undertaken between the postponement and the institution of the interlocutory application. So it has no bearing on the actual proceedings that were underway. But the extradition process is underway, as we indicated in our last court appearance.
Will you be able to have her back in the country in time for pre-trial conference in June?
We are hoping that process will be expedited, but it is a very involved process that involved the central authority, which is the Department of Justice, the DCOT, Department of International Relations and Cooperation, and the requested country. So we are hoping that it's not going to be quite prolonged and protracted.
As it stands, do you have any reason to believe that from the NPA side, you will not be ready to continue with this case on the 10th again of June?
We have no doubt that we will proceed on the date that would have been arranged in June. Because remember, Kathy, in June, there will be pre-trial conference that will determine the state of readiness of both parties, the state and the accused persons. Once that assessment is done by the judge and he is satisfied that the matter is trial ready, he will proceed to set a trial date with the defense lawyers as well as the prosecution. So we are certain that after the conclusion of the pre-trial conference, we will be ready to proceed with the matter. And we've always been ready. It's just that they came up with these preliminary challenges in the form of interlocutory application that we were not expecting.
Of course, the real burden on the NPA is going to be being able to prove its case and to prove the charges that have been leveled against these individuals.
That is a burden that sits with every prosecution in every criminal case. That is a burden that we are willing and prepared to discharge given the evidential material that has been provided to us by law enforcement, upon which the charges that have been preferred against the accused are based. And we are still confident of the strength of the state case and will allow the evidence to speak for itself during trial.